how you can do it, and the second one is a bit advanced, like once you are clear with the basics, what's next. Hey everyone, welcome to another video. So this video would be totally based on how you can get started with programming. I would be dividing it into two parts. One is the basics, like if you have no idea about starting with data structures and algorithms and all, how you can do it. And the second one is a bit advanced, like once you are clear with the basics, what's next, right? So it's divided into these two parts, and it would be based on my own experience of solving these coding problems from past 6 years. And I have like till now solved about, I think, 1500 coding problems or even more than that. So in my bachelor's, I solved like a lot of problems across different platforms. And right now, even in my master's, I'm solving problems, I'm doing coding contests and all those stuff. So it's either like coding is not leaving me or I'm not leaving coding. So we are in kind of in a relationship from past 6 years. But anyways, jokes apart, if you talk about like how I started, so the first thing I started was with the code chef, and this was the first problem that I solved back in 2016. You can see 24th September 2016, submitted by JV1998. That's me. So the thing is like this was like a platform which I used in my undergrad. Apart from this, I shifted to HackerRank. I shifted to Hacker Earth. Those were also good platforms. And in my final year in my bachelor's, I shifted to InterviewBit and solved a lot of problems there, so that was also a good side. But when I got admit for my master's, since then, like from past year, I have been solving problems on LeetCode, and it's really addictive. So I would say right now, if you ask me, uh, the good platform would be LeetCode to start with. So this is the LeetCode platform. So I started solving problems on this, and I've solved like about 413 problems on this platform. So let's talk about like if you are totally a beginner, and then we'll move on to the advanced part. So if you are totally beginner, one of the best thing that LeetCode has is you can start off with this planned path is they have given you it's divided into two parts. So one is again a bit basic and the second is medium one. So you can just click on it, right? So there are two things, programming skills 1 and programming skills 2. You can start it off. There are 34 problems in basic 1, and they range from different topics. Like you can find some bits, you can find on arrays, functions, again arrays, strings. Then I think you have like linked list, trees, and I think that's pretty much a bit of class and object. And once you are actually done with this, you can solve programming skills 2. You will have a very good understanding on these things, right? After this, or along with this, you can also start off 2 week study plan to tackle DS. Now here there are two parts again. One is basic one, and one is, I would say, medium one. So data structure 1 is the basic one. You can start this off. There are good problems here. And then again, data structure 2 is there, and here more focus is towards the medium problems. As you can see, the number is more. So the thing is, after doing the programming skills 1, programming skills 2, data structures 1, data structures 2, you would have good understanding of all the data structures and algorithms which are kind of required for the interview parts. So once you are done with these, what you can do is you can just note down the topics which you're not very confident with, or you find bit difficult while doing this. Now you have to just focus on those topics. So you have grilled down all the topics, and you have just found out what topics you are, I would say, not that good at. Just try to find out those topics from here. You have a lot of tags, so just try to find out those tags. For example, dynamic programming is one of I would say a difficult topic. Just click on it, dynamic programming, and it will actually give you a list of all the questions related to dynamic programming. So this LeetCode platform has about 358 questions of dynamic programming, and it shows that like I solved 58 problems on this particular topic. You can see all the ticks one are the problems which I solved. So you can just pick up one topic in which you are weak, or it's a topic that you think like it's a good one. You can just pick the topic up and start solving problems. So generally it is said that if you do 10-15 problems on a particular topic, you would be good at that. Okay, so generally it's like after solving 10-15 problems on a particular topic, you would be aware of how that works and all. So I think you can go with that. And now comes the thing is like, once you are done with your basics and all, then what you can do. So then what you can do is you can do something which I am doing. You can move on to the contest part and start giving the contest. Okay, start giving the contest. Start the contest is like 1.5 hours. You are given 4 problems, right? So it's a time constraint, and you have to not only solve the problem, you have to take care of time and the penalties. So problem should be solved in shortest duration of time, and should be accepted in one go to avoid penalty. So these things are there. You should do contest when you are done with your basics. Just jumping directly to contest would not help. You would be only solving the problems which you know actually. So I would just say, clear with your basics, then solve the problems in the contest. So what I am doing right now, so if you talk about what I am doing right now, is I actually maintain a sheet here, right? So it's like dated, like for example 17th March, today is the date. So I just write down the number of problems I solve on each day, and I have been maintaining it like from pretty long time. Okay, so I have like a couple of friends also who do it, so just it kind of act as a motivation, so you can get along your friends and just maintain sheets or just try to solve problems daily. So right now I'm just solving the contest, and yeah, I just note down the problems which I solve, and every week I make a weekly summary. For example, this was for the last week, how many problems I solved, and and what are the kind of things I'm doing, just the technical thing. So this is just the side hustle. So this is just a side hustle. Apart from that, obviously we have our master's program going on, so assignments and midterms. So yeah, by the way, I'm recording this video on Thursday night, and on Saturday morning I have my midterm. So okay, hopefully I should go. Anyways, so I think even a further stage of this would be like, if you are really good in the programming, you have done a lot of questions and you find questions to be straightforward and comfortable, you can move on to some coding contests, right? Some of the popular ones are like, you have CodeChef Snackdown, you have Facebook Hacker Cup, you have Google Code Jam, you have Google Kickstart, you have Google Hash Code. So all these contests are there. Then obviously for bachelor student you have ICPC, which is a really reputed one, and I think a couple of local contests also going on. These contests which I have named, these are the international ones, but you can just get to know what are the local contests in your university or around your university going on. Do participate in those contests and all. So I think that's it. And one of the and two websites which are more challenging on the contests which are present here are Code Forces and Code Chef. So I think if you're pretty comfortable with these problems here on Lead Code, you can move on to Code Chef and Code Forces. They are a bit more challenging and more aligned towards mathematical and competitive programming things. So yeah, I think that was it based on my experience, and so far I have been addicted to Lead Code because of the UI. It's a pretty decent platform with the problems, and discussion section obviously is one of the good things here. So that's pretty much it. And if you guys have any questions or queries, do mention it in the comments. I would be happy to answer your queries. Thank you.